Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Eternally Stunning. I hope you all are doing good. So in case you're new to my channel, then I should introduce you guys to myself. My name is Disha and today we are going to talk in detail about D2 to D10 charts. I know in my previous video we did discuss about how to read a birth chart, and I also gave a basic idea about how the birth charts are formed in Western as well as Vedic chart in both of these formats. And we did talk about the directions and what are the kendras, trikonas and all such things. And today so we are going to talk in little bit detail about D2 to D10 charts. Now, if you guys are wondering where you can find your D2 to D10 charts, then let me tell you. You guys can go to astrosage.com, and I'm providing the link below in the description box, and there you can go to the life predictions part, and from there you can go on to life report. So the life report they're going to give you is for free of cost. You guys won't have to pay anything for that. And from there, if you'll go and scroll down to the page number 43, you're going to find out different kind of charts. And in those charts, you'll find D2, D3, D4, and all those charts we did discuss about in my previous video in part 1. And so now, without further ado, let's get into the video and let's see in detail, a little bit of detail from D2 to D10 charts. So each of the divisional chart from D2 to D12 that we are going to discuss today are the zoomed version of each of your house. So for example, in the D2 chart, that is actually a zoomed version of your second house in your birth chart, in your D1 chart. So when we are talking about D2 chart, which is also called as a Hora chart, this Hora chart shows about the accumulation or flow of the wealth. There will be only two kind of ascendant in this kind of a chart. Either you will be a Cancer ascendant or you're gonna be a Leo ascendant. So just in case, if you are a Cancer ascendant in D2 chart, then it actually shows the flow of wealth will be good. That is, it will be a constant flow of the wealth. However, if you are a Leo ascendant, then you will be the man of your own efforts, and there might be some ups and downs in the flow of wealth. Okay, so now we are coming on to D3 chart, which is also called as a Drikana chart. So this chart is a chart of siblings and it also shows courage. And as usual, the ascendant of this D3 chart is also very important. So even just by knowing that if your ascendant is a fixed sign, moving sign or dual sign, one can understand a lot about the kind of courage a person will have. Usually it is seen that a fixed sign ascendant person is more courageous in comparison to the one that is having a dual sign. But of course, it also depends on the different placements of planets in the chart. And Mars is known as the significator or karaka of this chart. So the position of Mars becomes really important in this chart. And now coming on to D4 chart. Chaturdhamsha. In my previous video also I have mentioned that D4, that is the zoomed version of the fourth house. The fourth house is about what? The fourth house is about mother, but it is also about the properties. It is also about the lands a person will have, and it is also about the cars a person will own. So it shows about the properties and inheritance as well. And again, Mars is a significator of this, so the position of Mars becomes important in this chart. Coming on to the D5 chart, which is known as Panchamsha. D5 chart deals with the spirituality and fame. It is if the lot of benefic planets are placed in your ninth house in the D5 chart, then person is definitely going to be famous. D6 chart, Shashtamsha. This shows about the competitors, maternal relatives, and about the health or if any issues or diseases native will be facing in his or her lifetime can also be seen from this chart. Okay, D7 chart, that is a Saptamsha chart. So this chart is used to see the number of children a native will have. Usually if we see in the D1 chart, 5th house shows about the first child a native will have. second child can be seen from the 7th house, and third child can be seen from 9th house, and so on. So basically we can say that D7 is a little bit of combination of 5th, 7th and 9th houses of a person, and it also shows about the sex of child the person will have. So if it is gonna be a boy or a girl can be seen from this chart, and it also shows the number of grandkids a native is going to have. D8 chart, that is known as Ashtamsha chart. Natives' lifespan and longevity, fear, accidents, unexpected problems, and also inheritance can be seen from this chart. And Saturn is a significator of D8 chart, so this placement of Saturn is extremely important in the D8 chart. And now comes D9 chart, that is Navamsha. This is extremely important to see life in the second half or after marriage. It is said that a person generally becomes his or her Navamsha chart. So one can check the strength of planets also in D9 chart, as in which planet is strong and which planet is little bit weaker can be understood from the D9 chart. Venus is a significator of D9 chart, and so the placement of Venus is very important to look at in the D9 chart. And then comes the D10 chart. This D10 chart is also called as the career chart. It shows about career, in which career is suitable for you. It also shows if the native will be doing job or the native can do business. And Saturn is a significator of D10 chart, and so the placement of Saturn is very important when it comes to D10 chart. And also check the placement of 10th house lord in the chart of D1, and then check that placement in the D10 chart. And then the last one that I wanted to say a little bit about is a D12 chart, which is known as Dwadashamsha chart. It explains about our karma. It is said that a native has to deal with past life's karma, plus also the karma of his mother and his or her father. It also gives insights about parents, how much help a native is going to receive from his or her parents, or to be specific, father. And so here I have given a little bit more explanation or description about each of the charts. I hope you guys were able to understand, and once you will be able to look at your own charts, then you might be able to relate it in a more proper manner. So if you guys like my video, then please hit the like button. If you could understand some things, or if you still have some doubts, then don't hesitate to comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please subscribe to my channel, Eternally Stunning, and I hope you guys will have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you so much.